To tell you here, can I just quickly start like this? This is one ink bottle. You get 4 of them, different colors obviously. This one ink bottle is equivalent to over here, the 30 ink cartridges, right? So this one ink bottle is equal to 30 cartridges. The amount of money that you're going to spend on these is obviously $900 if they were $30 each. Imagine this board times 4, because that's how many you're getting. In fact, I did the math here. You get 120 equivalent of ink cartridges with the 4 bottles. There is enough ink included here to last you 2 years if you print 250 pages every single month. Now, that's a lot of printing. Most people don't print that many. Well, actually, if you were to print 100 pages a month, that would be 5 years of ink that we're including. Now, I don't print 100 pages a month. If you were to print 50 pages a month, you're getting enough ink to last you 10 years, a whole decade. It sounds crazy, but it is true. HP launched their Smart Tank a few months ago, and it has taken over. I converted myself 6 months ago. This is their best-in-class Smart Tank printer that we've ever had on HSM. Has a lot of upgrades. It's a photocopier, it's a scanner, can be a fax machine, prints out glorious images, vivid, bright, beautiful colors, and it has a touch screen, beautiful LCD display at the front, so it's easy to interact with this. The offer that we're doing tonight has a retail value of $460. We're down to $199, so we're saving a vast amount of money. We're going to include a year of HP Smart Friend, so you get a year to call an HP expert 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ask any questions, they're there to answer. When you add up the price of that to the regular price of the Smart Tank, you're at that $459 and change. That is why we've sold over 4,000. Now, I only have a few hundred left. It's the only today's special of the year. It's the best value ever. And when we sell this out, it's not returning and it's not on extended delivery. How did I get so sold on this? Because of the man you're about to meet. Mr. Aaron Berger stood right here 6 months ago. My jaw, just like that. My jaw was on the floor when you said some of the things that you said.
Yeah, when you go through the numbers, when you think it's about it for not very long, even Adam didn't have to think about it for long. It generally takes him a minute. I mean, it takes him a minute longer than anyone else you've ever met. It's an easy decision to make because when you look at how much ink we include, how beautiful the prints are. Let's just spend a minute. This printer, literally, this print just came out. It's printing more now already. I want you to see the quality of the prints because Adam and I, we will do a lot of sort of playing around and showing you how much you're getting for such a little price, but you can never forget, this is what it's about. This sort of quality print of the people you love, of the things that are important to you, of your life. You like to surround yourself with beautiful photos, and of course, we all have to get work done and that kind of stuff. But the pictures are really what I love to show because it does such a beautiful job with your everyday printing and with your very special printing as well. So, Adam's done it already.
Yes.
But let me spend just a moment stepping over here, just making sure, because I wasn't really listening. I want to make sure he said it all right.
You know I probably didn't, Aaron.
I'm certain you did.
Go on.
What we did is we've included four ink bottles.
Yes.
Each individual bottle, each one bottle. If you wanted as much ink as in this bottle right here, you would have to go to the store and buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You'd have to buy 30 ink cartridges for one bottle. Right. Now, the reason we don't have this display times 4 out here, because we should actually have 120 cartridges, not 30.
The whole set, yeah, go on.
It costs about $900 to put this board together because each ink cartridge costs $30. Right. So think about that for a minute. It's like if we included 120 ink cartridges, well, you'd pay $3,600 for 120 ink cartridges.
That's the number.
I mean, that's how the math works. You don't have to do that. Obviously, you don't have to do that. You don't have to go buy all that ink. We include all that ink. And in fact, all of that ink will print for you about 6,000 black and white pages or about 8,000 color pages. What it breaks down to, as I turn this way and very easily grab my photo and show it off to you, what it breaks down to is this photo, this full color 8.5 by 11 edge-to-edge photo, cost about a penny to print. a penny, maybe a penny and a half. And I always say, if you're splitting pennies, you know it didn't cost much.
Right,
You know? So it's about a penny a page for this beautifully saturated, full color, some of the highest quality printing. HP is the #1 inkjet printer company in America. And this tank printing is changing everything. It is so much better for the environment because we're not throwing away ink cartridge after ink cartridge after ink cartridge. It is so much better for your wallet because it costs about, this is an approximate, about 1/10 what it costs to buy ink cartridges. Yep. And it's so much more convenient for you. Most people would say, hey, I'll pay twice as much.
Right.
If I don't have to go to the store and buy ink cartridges every couple months and spend $60, $70, $80 every time I do it, I would pay more for that. You're paying far less, but it's so much simpler for you and for your printer. Once you fill it, and I'll show you in just a minute how you fill it, you probably won't have to think about it again for 3, 4, 5 years.
I feel like, Aaron, you know, like we have to rush to get through this.
I don't mean to do that,
No,
but
not
you're
you,
right.
not you. I like it, because we're now trying to squeeze in a 40-minute presentation into like 15 minutes. So forgive us. We're gonna, I want you to know everything, because when you know everything, you're gonna say, I can't say no to this. We are, and I need you to keep your eyes on this for me, getting closer to that 5,000 mark. So you'll see that appear and disappear as we get closer to the 5,000 sold. We'll get busier and busier and busier as people start to make the decision. We are over 85, 90% sold through now on the day. It's the most upgraded smart tank printer we've ever had, and it has all this ink that will last you a long time. Nobody wants to spend money on ink. Who wants to spend money on ink?
Boring.
And then you always need the ink when you've run out, and it's on a Sunday night when your son's got a project due Monday morning, and you run to the store, and it's like, well, what do I buy? Is it a B2965 or a C3216?
Yikes.
They're out of that one. They all look the same. You won't need to go to the store to buy ink again for a long, long time. If you live by yourself, if it's just you and your other half, if it's a whole big family situation, this is a printer that is going to be wonderful for you to print out documents, to do your projects at school or college or university, back to school. We talk about printing just images, printing out the photos that are locked and trapped on your phone. This allows us to do it, and it allows us to do it for the lowest price per print. Remember, although this sounds totally nuts, you are getting enough ink to last you 2 years conservatively, 5 years very likely if you print 100 pages a month. 10 years of ink is included if you print 50 pages a month. That's about what I do. So Aaron, when you say it like that, people's ears perk up.
I will tell you, I've owned my smart tank printer for 3.5 years. The ink isn't half gone in it, quite frankly. And I have a kindergartner. He started kindergarten today. I print pictures of him. In fact, we're going to print a picture of Max in a minute. I print pictures of him. I do light office printing. I don't have an office here at HSN, so when I'm printing out notes for my products to study, I'll kind of general everyday use, what I consider to be, again, what the general person would use. I don't run an insurance company or a real estate agency or anything like that where I'm printing all the time. I'm clearly not a professor. You've heard me talk. I'm not printing papers or anything, but you know, just normal kind of everyday use. It just lasts so darn long. Couple of things about this printer that I love. I love it, and we've never done it on a Today's Special tank printer before. 2 features specifically. One is the auto document feeder. It's so convenient. So yes, this has a flatbed scanner. So if you have, you know, a book with a spine or something that's delicate or whatever, something that isn't a flat piece of paper, you can certainly copy it. This is copy, scan, fax, and print. You can do it there.
All in one.
What's so nice is the auto doc feeder. You can put up to 35 pages at a time. I've got 3 in here, but up to 35 pages at a time can go in here. Great for taxes and for back to school and for registrations and all of those kind of things. I use that a ton. I probably use my AutoDoc feeder as much as I print on my printer, you know, just to share information with people that are working on products at HSN, et cetera. I'll show you the next thing that we've never had on a Smart Tank Today Special, and that's a touch screen. So this built-in touch screen means you don't have to go to your phone or your computer or your tablet, or you can go to any of those, but if you want to make a copy or do a scan or send a fax, it's as easy as you've got the touch screen built right in. It's kind of like, almost like at an office, you know, when you see a professional quality copy machine, that's what you've got here. You can do up to 99 copies. I'm good with just 1 copy, actually. Oh, no, we don't want to do 99. There we go. 1 will work. You can do color or black and white. Again, it costs about a penny a page for the copy, so we're not going to stress too much over whether we're doing color or black and white. Those are going to run through. Wanted to spend a minute pointing that out to you. Adam, When you give me the go-ahead, I'll show everyone how to fill the ink.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that next.
Okay.
We have 14 minutes left or sell out. Producer Jared, are we at 4,500 yet? 4,400 yet? 4,300. Over 250 orders coming through. Again, keep your eyes there as we get closer to 5,000. It'll be that snowball effect as more and more people do it. The savings are real. And although we want to be conservative on HSN, and I'm proud that we're being conservative here, it's so that we exceed your expectations, not underwhelm you. So when we say you get 2 years of ink, that is, if you're printing out 250 pages a month, most people do not print out this number of pages every month. Most people do not. So you understand that if you were to print out 100 pages a month, you would have 5 years of ink included. If you printed 50 pages a month, the ink that we are including will last you a decade. The money that you're saving could be thousands of dollars. I mean, nobody wants to spend money on ink. It's not a fun thing to do, especially with prices like they are all over the country. This could save a ton of money. Now, what we'll do next is, first of all, I'll tell you the price match. This is also something we're proud of. We're so confident that this is the best value in America. If you could find a better price on the identical offer, we will match that price, and you have all the convenience and comfort of HSN's FlexPay and return policy if you find the exact offer elsewhere. So I'm proud to share that with you. In a few seconds, Aaron will show you how to fill this up because it's effortless. The main features that we've already highlighted being upgraded, the touch screen, so it's easy to use. Some printers are so hard. It's just a bunch of flashing lights and you've got to work out what it means. The auto dock feeder means if you're scanning multiple things for a crafting project, that's going to be easy. Photocopying, faxing, does all of these things. The difference here is that it's new. Aaron, a year ago, 2 years ago, we didn't have such a thing on HSN.
No, we didn't.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, this whole smart tank technology, in the same way that 2 years ago, we didn't know what ChatGPT was, right? A year ago, we had heard of artificial intelligence, but it wasn't in every sort of part of our life. Things change, and this is a breakthrough technology. It is one of, there have been a few key moments in the 18 years I've been in HSN where I've seen really technological shifts, and I think this is one of them. I don't think people are gonna buy ink cartridges and throw away ink cartridges anymore. Not when they cost so much more, not when they're so much more inconvenient to use, when they're messy. When you see how easy this is, let me just show you how easy this is. I really think you'll be on board. It makes so much financial sense, but it makes so much sense beyond that as well. So I'm gonna just open the printer here. I have filled 2 of the tanks already in our last presentation, so I'll fill 2 more. You see 1, 2, 3 different colors. Am I in the, okay, perfect. So there we go, I'm gonna open those. I'm gonna start with the magenta. So actually I want you guys to see me open this bottle because it is mess-free. A lot of people would hear, I've got to go fill the ink tanks and think, oh my gosh, that sounds...
Put a towel down.
Right. That sounds messy. Do I need knee pads? The answer is no. It's really quite simple. So you can't make a mess with it. The ink won't come out until it's actually attached to the well, which is where we're headed right now. So this goes right there into the tank. Boom, you hear that click? So that basically just initiated the ink, and then you'll see in just a moment right where Adam's finger is that, well, you can see it now, it's beginning to fill. And it takes, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds.
What if it overflows?
It can't overflow. So there's not enough ink in there to overflow it. And even if you put another bottle on top, it stops when it gets full. So I've done this demonstration hundreds of times. They don't overflow. There's no such thing. So that's a nice thing. You don't have to worry about it. When it's finished, and it looks like it's about finished right now, you just grab it. So I'm just gonna grab this. I'm going to cap it. So again, there's no ink drops, there's no mess, there's no fuss. It's just very, very simple. I'm gonna do one more while I'm here. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm really fast. What you just put in there, you're telling me that there's enough ink in there to last 2 years or more.
That's exactly
the
right.
average family.
I think 2 years is very conservative. That's it printing about, that's if you printed 8,000 color pages over the next 2 years. So if you're opening Adam Freeman LLC print shop for friends, family, and others, then maybe you would print that many. But I think the average Joe probably is not going to do
so. I won't need to do that next week or the week after.
No, and that's a really good point. So we do this big presentation showing you how to do it because I think everybody wonders how, and frankly, it's kind of fun to do. But once you've done it the first time, I don't know when you'll do it again. So I bought my printer 3.5 years ago, my Smart Tank, and I filled it when I got it, and I haven't filled it since then, and I'm not gonna have to fill it anytime soon, quite frankly. when you do need to fill it again, or filling it the first time or whatever, if you have any questions, this is one of the really, really cool things. Did you show everybody the IPS already?
We did.
Okay, so you guys saw on that price breakdown, one of the things that's included when you buy the printer here today for the next 20 or 30 minutes or as long as it's available, we include something called HP Smart Friend. When I say we, I mean HP. I work with HP. We sell this other places for $169. We're including it today because it's such a big day and our biggest Smart Tank Today's special of the year. HP Smart Friend is technical support. So any question you might have, big questions, small questions, tiny little silly questions, Adam asks a lot of those. So all you got to do, though, is you give the folks at HP Smart Friend a call. They are there. They built the printer. They know the model that you have. They literally know the serial number of the model you have. You can call as often as you want. You can drive them crazy. Now, the truth is, I don't think you're going to need much help. It's very, very simple. The touchscreen makes it really intuitive. But maybe one day, 6 months from now, you go, oh, I need to send a fax. Cool, I don't have to go to the printer. I can send a fax. But I've never sent a fax before. How do you do it? They'll tell you how to do it. Sidebar, if you have an old school landline, like if you still do a lot of faxing for whatever reason, there is a place for a landline, but you can do an e-fax as well. So as long as you're connected to the internet, you can send a fax with this and with your HP Smart app.
Very few products that you ever come across on HSN or anywhere in the world are so compelling that you could say that really everybody would buy this. This is one of those products. Because we all need a printer. We all need a printer. A lot of printers are very inexpensive at the beginning. They're like $70. But then, you know, you pay a lot of money on ink cartridges on the back end, right? So that's always the downside to it. When you talk about having a printer for your home, it might just be to print out some pictures of the grandkids or your furry friends once in a while. It might be because you need to photocopy, you know, some invitations, or you need to scan something in for a project. So we all need a printer. The only negative of printer is the cost of ink, because it's so much money. You know, if you look at that board again over here, this board of ink, this is, you know, the imagery that we're so used to. We have spent our lives going to the store and picking up these cartridges.
At the last minute, always at the last. You never go to buy ink until you're flat out of it, right? And
you know why? Because you don't want to spend $30 or more per ink cartridge. You understand that if you were to say this ink cartridge was $30, the amount of ink we're giving you is equivalent to $3,600 of ink. Equivalent to $3,600 of ink. I kind of stop myself as I do this because I think I'm throwing too many numbers at you, and I don't mean to, but I want you to know it all, because I think if you know it all, you'll make that great decision. We are saying you get enough ink to last 2 years. That is based on a number of 250 pages being printed every month. Now, I don't print 250 pages. Aaron doesn't print 250 pages.
Probably together we don't print 250 pages, frankly.
But we all need to be conservative. So if you print 100 pages a month, the ink that we're giving you is going to last you 5 years. Now, we're talking about saving you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. If you print 50 pages a month, which I think is very reasonable, I think there are millions of us that print maybe 50 pages or less. 50 pages a month means that the ink that we're sending you is going to last you 10 years. Right now, before it sells out, and I know we're getting closer to that 5,000 mark, I think it says 4,400, I have 300 people ordering. The ink that we're giving you could last you a decade if you're printing 50 pages a month. The price of this bundle is nearly $500. We're at $199 and change and free shipping and FlexPay. But this is the last offer of the year. It's the best offer ever. You can buy these Smart Tank printers in great retail stores, but Aaron, nobody's got what we have got tonight.
That's right. It is something that we did exclusively for HSN. Adam just went through that. It's an extraordinary proposition when you think about the ink. And here's just one other thing I'll mention. With your typical ink cartridge, with your color ink cartridge, when you're out of one color, you throw the whole cartridge away.
Yes.
That's the only way you can do it. So you're throwing out the baby with the bathwater, as the old saying goes, right? It's incredibly wasteful. That's not how it works here. When you need to replace, I haven't said this yet, this whole area, I want to kick myself. When you need to replace yellow, you just go buy a bottle of yellow ink, maybe in 3 years, 4 years, 5, whenever. Do you know how much this bottle costs? $16.99 is the price today. If you go online, buy this, that's it. So it's not like the bottle is 80 bucks or 100 bucks. It would make sense, frankly, if it were, because it replaces $900 worth of cartridges. So it sounds, Adam said this, and it is so true. To stand out here and say this to you, it sounds absurd.
Yes.
I get it. I'm with you. I understand. You're like, what do you mean $900? I'm telling you, each one of these bottles is 30 cartridges. The amount of ink in it is the same as in 30 cartridges. Cartridges are about 30 bucks a piece. So we're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars that you're saving, and incredibly, almost more importantly, I mean, the truth is the financial part of it is a big motivation. Yes. Of course it would be for anyone, but almost as importantly is the quality of the prints that you're printing. If your printer doesn't print prints that look like this, it's time for a new printer. You have a wonderful, one of the really cool things about living in this day and age, you have a wonderful camera. I don't care how old your cell phone is, it's a great camera relative to what people had, 5 years ago. You have a wonderful camera in your pocket all the time. I bet you take a lot of pictures. Most of us have thousands of pictures on our phone. When's the last time you took one of those pictures on your phone and you printed it out? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And I can do that because it costs a penny. So if I screw it up, it doesn't really matter. Right. If I don't like the picture once it's printed, if I never frame it, it doesn't matter. But you can switch out your decor all the time. You can switch out your pictures. The truth is, you find those pictures that you love and you print them, and you're just so glad to look at it in the kitchen every day, to look at it on the refrigerator every day, to share it with your family. Send somebody you love a picture in the mail. My twin brother lives in California. He has 3 girls. They just went back to school, just like my little boy went to kindergarten today. Once a year when they do school pictures, he sends me physical pictures of the 3 girls, and I have them going back for years and years and years. And it means so much to me to get a physical picture. Of course, in between, all year long, we send each other texts of pictures, what's going on. But getting a physical picture is its own thing entirely.
So you see now why we're so torn, because there's the romance of it, which is powerful, great quality, wonderful quality, best in class quality. And then there's the financial side of it, which is, geez Louise, how can I say no to this? I'm going to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the course of the years. So you take these 2 stories, which is why I was so pressured that we got through it all in this limited time. We are now 4 minutes left. You remember I said the snowball effect as we get near the end, as we approach that 5,000 sold mark for the day, it would get busier and busier. You'll see our quantity counter continues to gain momentum. Last call, last chance. You can buy these in other stores. I don't think anybody is doing what we are doing. That's why we are thrilled to share with you. We have our price match guarantee. If you can find the identical offer, we will price match it, and you get the benefit of HSN's FlexPay free shipping and return policy. We don't think it's out there. We have a nearly $470 package that we're doing for $199 and free shipping. And I hope we've explained it well enough. Aaron certainly has. I know I've kind of fumbled my way through it, trying to, fall over myself, getting the message out to you that yes, we're saying it comes with, you were supposed to stop me there, Aaron, and say, no, Aaron, you did a great job.
I was just so mesmerized.
But you just let me say it.
You've done a wonderful job, and I've done my best. That's what I meant to say.
Thank you.
And I apologize. I'm sorry.
I'll get you back. This, although we're saying comes with 2 years of ink, that's based on a number, conservatively, of 250 pages printed per month. This is 250 pages. If you're not printing that number of pages every month, then that 2 years goes up. If you're printing 100 pages a month, then it's actually 5 years of ink that we're including. If you're printing 50 pages a month, that's actually 10 years of ink that we are including, and that's for real. And Aaron, when you look at that, for all the money that we have to spend on all the things in our life, spending money on ink is not one of the things I take pleasure in doing.
Any way you slice it, I don't care if you're good at division, if you're good at multiplication, if you can do that.
I'm good at none of it.
If you're not particularly good at anything, for example, not referencing anyone specifically, but for example, I think you can understand saving a ton of money, being able to do it more simply, being able to do a better job because the auto dock feeder and the screen built in especially, it's a win-win today. If you picked it up, thank you, congratulations. I'm sure you'll love it when you get it home.
Well, with that being said,
You should have told me you needed a drink. I could have gone on a little longer. I would have told him more stories about you.
I started to pick up my drink. I realized he's about to quickly put it down again like that. Okay. Right now, you're really in trouble. Okay, Aaron, any final words? Clearly not.
Thank you. No, I'm done, really. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for dealing with me all day, and it was a pleasure to see you, as always.
You know it takes a lot of effort.
I know, so you'll sleep well tonight.
You know I will. I never work harder than when I'm with Aaron. Oh, what are we doing? I know what we're doing. It is time for our special